good? Welcome back to the One Pop Podcast. This is me, Trev.
Dennis.
Yo, this is Donville.
And your boy, CN. Yo,
Man.
I want to start out this week with some foolishness, guys. There's this little challenge going around when I see people going into the grocery stores.
Now, is it a challenge or is it just people doing stupid stuff?
I don't know, dog. I don't know.
Because a challenge got to be something like...
They gave the word challenge such a negative
Oh my gosh.
definition.
I don't know what they want to call it, dog. Like, whatever food you see y'all doing.
They don't call it a challenge.
Crazy.
What is it called, Dennis? If you can,
It's just licking ice cream.
Just licking ice cream.
It's not,
Crazy,
it's
yo.
not just ice cream.
It's people licking ice cream.
No.
It's not a challenge because why would you have a challenge where you could literally go to jail
Yo, Dennis, it's not just licking ice
for
cream.
almost 20 years?
Make people sick.
Well, a lot of people that
man, it's
has
crazy.
done the challenge don't realize the legal...
Ramifications.
Yeah.
Yo, what I want to say, this is my Dennis. I know you said ice cream. I think the girl who got the jail time.
Yeah.
It's
She
because
wasn't the only one.
no, she wasn't the only one.
Our
because
people
she-
knew this for years.
Yo, but it's not even that. It's not just ice creams.
So what else is it? What other food groups are they?
It's mouthwash.
girl that's spitting mouthwash.
You open up peanut butters, like all type of foolishness, dog. And I'm like,
That's nasty.
yo, I'm gonna keep it real. Personally, if I catch you inside the grocery store doing it, I will call the police. I'm snitching because that is nasty.
That's crazy.
It's-
Now, doesn't ice... So, hold up. I'm trying to think back now. Certain ice creams have the seal over it.
That's not even the half of it now because all of them now by the FDA are required to have that heavy seal on them.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
now
good.
Blue Bell no, that's not good because Blue Bell and all the rest of them have to make add another set of equipment to their warehouses to
Oh, so
double
Blue Bell-
seal the ice cream so you can't open it.
millions of
So
dollars.
you're gonna have something go from like $3-4 to like $7-8.
They ain't gonna double in
'cause they gotta
price.
reset.
That's
Nobody got to make
That's
money.
tough. It's not. It's not like they have to. It's really not that big of a deal adding that machine to their process.
I mean, but if they do it and they say it's a action of people's consequence or consequence of action or something like that,
And a lot of
they're gonna
times,
be like, man, that's too high, and you're gonna have people that are just
because
gonna say,
I looked
like,
at the whole like food packaging and all that crap. A lot of times that stuff's all packaged in, regardless of what the brand is, it's all packaged in one plant. So all they're saying is, hey, for this particular brand, we want it packaged this way, boom, boom, boom. For this one, we want it packaged this way, boom, boom, boom. So it's not gonna be that much. Hopefully, they don't try to charge us double for putting a seal on top of ice cream.
but
I do see what you're saying, Dennis. It is
I
gonna
don't even
be.
think it's just gonna be ice cream. It's gonna be a lot of stuff.
But what did they do for the Tide Pod? Because then they changed the security with those two.
You just put a label on it that says
Do not
that it's
eat.
poisonous.
Don't
and
eat stupid.
Yeah, basically, like that's the most that they can do
I don't
because
know.
they still have to make it accessible to like old
But
ladies and stuff.
So have you guys ever had an experience where you got something and like the seal was broke or like it looked open?
Yeah.
If it even remotely looked like somebody touched it, I put it back.
No, like I got, I don't know if it's because my memory is slipping or whatnot, but it was a bottle of Welch's, what do you call it? What's that one we drink? The one with the green grape and something.
Return grape.
No. It's orange. It's orange. Container.
Oh, the cartons.
Yeah.
Was it the
I
passion
forgot the
fruit
flavor. I think it's passion
passion
fruit
fruit. It
and
sounds like
grape,
passion fruit.
right?
Yeah.
So we bought a couple of them. Came home. That was the first one I wanted to drink. I opened it.
Yeah.
There's no seal on the
I would have
top.
took that right back.
I didn't know. I know my memory is like slipping. So I'm like, did I already open this or not? But you know what? Pour it out. Like we just threw it out because I just don't want to make.
You never know.
You never know. Just end up with AIDS or something.
I don't know. I don't see. I don't want to be funny, but I don't see this happening. No, like Caribbean grocery store. It's like, because the store owner stay watching you. They got that room with all the cameras and stuff. Like, yo, that is not going down.
Oh yeah.
Don't even try to eat a grape.
Of course, those are a lot
Get caught
smaller
up.
too. So
Exactly.
they're gonna look back at the footage within a couple of minutes and like,
Yeah.
okay, no one touched anything.
Like,
All right, I
who's
could
that
go
messing
home
with the
now.
stuff? Yeah, that's crazy though, man.
No, that is just madness.
I'm gonna be extra cautious now.
Well, I mean,
It's sad that we have to do that.
That's nasty.
it is sad. I think this
Because the thing is, I have gone to like fast food restaurants. Felt a little sick. I was like, dang. And we talked about that before.
Yes.
But I've never had an issue where I never thought about like, oh, I bought this stuff from this grocery store and I feel sick. So it's like just another thing to think about now.
Yeah, well, it comes to the sense that it makes you want to just go complete organic, grow your own stuff. You know,
true. Mix your own drinks.
Mix your own drinks. No, I
You
mean,
can you can make your own ice cream too.
Make your own ice cream.
We tried that before.
Yeah, it's really good. I got a friend that actually makes ice cream. She makes a bunch of ice cream.
I watched Sam make vanilla ice cream from scratch before. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
All it really takes is a really, 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 really cold metal bowl and some milk and cream. So it's pretty dope. And then she just keeps scooping it over and over, and eventually it just freezes over.
Nice. Shout out to Sammy with the techniques. But I'm just keeping it real. If this is not, I mean, there's two sides to every coin. You feel me?
Yeah.
And the nastiest side, I think that it will make people
The nastiest side.
No, it is the nastiest side. It will make you stop eating some of these GMO products, these artificial ingredients, and kind of force you to go back to your own ingredients, where you probably growing or manufacture or doing this your own self. You know what I mean? From scratch, so you don't have to worry about it.
And another thing, man, it's like it seems like all this stuff happens at Walmart. Not to destroy Walmart, but like
It's accessible.
it's just interesting that all this stuff happens at Walmart and not
24-hour period, bro.
Because when you gotta
Exactly.
think about it. If you go in to Publix or anything like that, free promotion.
Publix, they watching everybody.
There's somebody stocking something in every aisle. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
there's
if it's
always
an aisle
someone
where
in every aisle of
nobody
Publix.
goes
That's
into.
true.
Somebody's always there,
And
if they're
they'll
not
always ask for help if you need
Yeah.
any help.
if they're not in the front of the aisle, they're in the back, and if they're not in the back, they're in the aisle themselves. You're never.
Yeah,
by
I'm pretty
yourself.
sure every time I go to Publix, I interact with at least 5 of their employees just naturally, just
Yeah.
walking around. At Walmart, I gotta look for people.
They could probably do that at Winn-Dixie though,
But I ain't gonna lie. Lately,
Maybe.
all right, look,
because there ain't nobody at Winn-Dixie.
for me, what I've been using Walmart for is that pickup service.
That Walmart pick service is good. Now,
It takes forever though.
No, bro. Because
Really?
no, it's set for a time frame.
yeah, you set the time frame when you want to pick it up.
Bro,
You just call them.
I set the time frame on mine for like 4:00, and
Were
I didn't
you
get it till
already-
8.
What?
Whoa, were you already
and it was
outside?
just some icy hot patches from my dad.
No, bro.
That's crazy.
Normally, when you order it, it tells you like this is the time frame you have to do the pickup. Because I've done it about 3 times, and the only thing is when I get out there, if I see like there are 2 or 3 cars there,
It might take a couple
it might
minutes.
take a couple minutes. But as soon as I get in and pull up when I call in, somebody rolls out quick, like
Yeah.
you feel me? And I'm like, yo, babe, y'all be on point. But then I ain't gonna lie, but
Just for some ointment and some patches,
that was crazy.
and I ordered that at like 3:00, bro.
And
Yeah,
you were
like-
there till 8?
Like I had to come back and pick it up. That's how
in the world?
crazy it was.
Why
Like-
can't you just go inside and tell them, hey, I purchased and
All right, so funny story. That's exactly what I did. Now I
They
walked
told
in
you
there
had
and I
to
was
wait for
like,
the
"Yo,
pickup."
I paid for this. Can I
That's
just
wild.
go to the shelf and grab it, and then you just bring me out because I just really wanted to just get it to my pops or whatever." They're like, well, they have somebody looking for it right now, and they won't check it out of the system until they actually pick it up and say that it's checked out.
That's crazy.
I'm like, I literally ordered it and it's sitting right there. I'm like,
Dang.
it's right there. It's like, yeah, but you have to wait. So I sat there for about an hour thinking that they would come within
What in
the
the
hour.
world?
And then I left.
I would have went to Publix.
For real, just for the convenience of it.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I left
Maybe it's
and
because
then-
you just had one thing.
I would have called.
it
I would have
was
called and
true.
canceled the order. I'd have called them. You guys.
Actually,
Look.
yeah, it was 2. It was
That's what you call customer
the
service.
XL icy
Yo.
hot patches
Oh,
and
wow.
then the
Cancel
ointment.
the order, guys. Look. Yo, I'm ordering something that I don't want it no more.
See,
Cancel
but
it.
when
Yeah,
I
go pick it
cancel the
up.
order and they tell me I have to wait like 3 to 7 days to get my money back, I get upset. So like
I hear you.
That's when I
if you
really.
tell
That's
me
when I
I'm gonna
cancel
get
it
within
and I go to
2
Amazon.
hours,
Yeah.
The next day shipping.
Yeah,
That's
it's
wild.
getting,
I'm just happy that I had to go to that whole little orange thing to go pick it up instead of seeing somebody's face because I would have snapped.
Oh, so that. Oh, you do it that way.
Like, isn't it the same thing?
No, yeah, that's why you waited.
That's why you waited. You did
because
something
with
different.
the one we're talking about the one you pull up into the parking
Into the-
spot.
yeah.
I'm talking about
You
the
call a
grocery
number.
one.
No,
Yeah,
it's not just a grocery.
you can get other stuff.
Yeah, like anything
Bro,
you
like,
want.
when I ordered it off of the thing, that was the only option I had.
In the
Oh,
world,
I'm
They
not-
probably put it in there because it was small.
Maybe. That's wild.
That's probably that's
the grocery
different.
ones are on point because they already have your stuff ready. They just come out in a shopping cart and load your car up.
Because whatchamacallit, that thing, they store big boxes in there too. There's like little lockers that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know where he's talking about.
The pickup tower.
No,
I see it.
No, it's where most Walmart does their Western Union and stuff. So I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, the tower.
And then that area does take a while. But what we're talking about is that food pickup service, where when we roll up into that boy, them boys drop it off. But every time I've done that, one time I've been there about an hour. I ordered a TV, and the lady was basically sit here have this conversation. I don't know where they go with your TV. There's a TV back in there that says TCL on it, but I don't think that is yours. We got to wait for them to find it. So we sat there for about an hour. They're looking for the TV in the back. They can't find the TV, and she's like, "What's your name again?" So I told her my name. And she goes in the same TV that was sitting in the back. She went in there looking. And she's like, "Oh, guess what? This was your TV." And I'm looking at her like,
Can I go?
like, no. Now the boys in the back has been looking for the TV for an hour. It says it's in the store. They just can't find it. And she has one TCL TV. And I looked at her and I was like, "Yo, just go ahead and check to see if it was my TV." She's like, they should have it in the back. But definitely, there's a craze. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see, I would have said to her, "This is why there's so much self-checkouts now.
Yes.
Like, they don't want y'all no more."
I'd be like, I need to leave you an excellent review.
Well, here's the thing, man. I don't know. Walmart, it's just different. Like, their groceries are different. Look, I feel the quality of food is different. The service sucks. It's just not different. It's just horrible. I don't know. I prefer other stores.
No shade. I would never get my fruit there. I like the fruit
same
from
here. Meat,
Publix.
Nah, I can't do Walmart meat.
Yeah, the fruit thing is a whole other conversation. But I'm not gonna lie, probably because I've been going out to the other side of the world to get some fruits. Because my in-laws normally get a lot of our fruits from down in
from the farms, right?
Yeah.
So it's fresher.
So I've been getting some good stuff, especially my oranges and my watermelons. So I can't in front a lot of those things. But my peaches and stuff like that, stuff that I normally would like to go ahead and get, I definitely find myself getting in my Publix. I can't say. But Trevor, touching on another thing, dog. I want you to give me a little insight about this hot girl and this hot boy foolishness that's going on.
What's that about?
It's foolishness. That's what's going on. So supposedly on Instagram, there's been a lot of hashtag hot girl summer, hashtag city boy summer, with a lot of them doing some really ratchet things. Like I see one guy was holding up this lady that seems to be under drugs, in the air, performing a sexual act on her in broad daylight. It was creepy. And she's under the influence on the daily.
On a something.
Yeah, and it looked off. Right?
Try to help the people out there, man.
Yeah, another one.
Is this like real life or like skits?
No, these are real life. They're just.
That was like I had to ask. Is this real life or one of these skits that I've been seeing on YouTube?
If that's a skit, that's a Pornhub skit. Then, but yeah, it was creepy. Then there was one I just saw. I guess the girl must be mad at the guy, and you know how those bottle rockets from 4th of July.
Yeah.
She just had it in her hand and just shot it straight towards the store that he was in.
The Roman candle?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And it looked like straight missiles was going to this store. And people are dodging for their dear lives.
She's an idiot.
What? Jail time.
What if that would have blown up on your hand?
That is attempted murder, bro.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, actually, first of all, it's aggravated assault.
Shooting it at a storefront.
No, that is anybody who's in the storefront, anybody who's in the store, that's considered aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, right? And for the fact that it's in the store, anything that could blow up, that's attempted murder, right? And that's grand larceny. So that's
and
for
you're damaging property. So
that's
because a Roman can't one Roman can't. I think a pack of 3 is like what, $15 or something like that.
Oh, they're stupid expensive,
and they shoot off like 10, 13 times. Like,
and I'm not talking about the tiny ones either. It's the big ones where you getting the big explosions in the sky that you just saw.
She was aiming a cannon.
Yeah, at the store. I'll show you it later. It was. I just feel like, dang, we came so far. We had a black president. and we're just going right back.
I don't
to
know.
what
I'm
they
looking
think.
at the hot girl summer hashtag. I'm just seeing a lot of girls living their best life.
That was
I'm not seeing the ratchet stuff.
Those are the normal ones.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say I want to say it. When girl when girl does a hot girls thing, is a lot of excessive twerking and a lot of short outfits.
Well, not really.
But you see, not everyone should be having that hashtag. You understand what I mean? Right.
Yeah, she's shooting off a Roman.
Yeah, see here? I don't know if y'all could all see it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She's just setting missiles.
Okay, that's not hot girl summer. That's just crazy.
Yeah, but she said, but you look at her confidence.
Wait, what is the exact hashtag? Is it city girls hot?
There's a city girl summer. There's a hot girl summer.
Why is she shooting it at him again?
I don't know.
And why is her friends following her and videotaping this? This is a crime.
Hey,
Indictment.
This is dumb.
being viral is very.
That dude that was enticing the other chick that licked the ice cream or whatever. He got jail time too.
Wow.
And he was holding the camera, so they traced it back to him. Like, these people think they can't get caught.
Wow,
Like,
that's wild.
You can tell the people of which watch certain shows or certain movies or not, and actually know that they can do this type of stuff.
Yeah.
And which don't. Like, if you go ahead and you watch like a couple seasons of like 24 or like Dexter or anything like that, you don't know you can't do stupid stuff like that, and they won't be able to find you.
Yo, but for the fact that her friend is recording it, I want you to say, so when people do stupid stuff like this and record it, right? It's like you're literally asking to go to jail. Like you're waving this flag, like the jail flag.
Those are the people that's like, oh yeah, just turn your GPS off on your phone and they can't find you. Oh yeah, that's what it's for. Yeah, like they can't track your IP address or triangulate a photo or anything like that.
Or just like in that video, the street corner sign
CCTV
was
cameras
right there.
If it's New York, you're definitely gone, bro.
There's cameras everywhere.
You knew it was New York. Hey, they didn't say nothing on here.
They'll get your reflection off of a glass that was in the room and run a face reconstruction on that. Then get you from it. Like, that's how crazy it is.
But does this image look familiar?
Or just talk to one of your friends and they'll rat on you. It's that easy.
Depends
in
on,
normal time.
Depends on how bad they want to catch you. Like, if you're about to be a martyr, they'll drop that money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's wild. Yeah, I'm not seeing the ratchet stuff. I'm just seeing a lot of.
They sit there, they drop that $10,000 whatchamacallit, what is it, check or whatever. Oh, if you find this person, we'll pay out 10 G's. Yo, Marsha, these bills got to get paid.
I kind of feel uncomfortable trying to search for a hot boy summer on my Instagram.
Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah, don't do it to
yourself.
Suspect.
I don't know what they doing with bread. Okay.
The one thing that Trevor said about it that was funny when Trevor was telling me, like, when they go to the club, they've gotten a bottle of Henny's, and girls will be like, yo, let me get a drink. They just get like a little pop, like, and girls will look at them like, yeah, this is all you giving me? Yeah, girl. That's that swig.
Yeah. Dang.
It's going to take you that look.
Now they doing sample drinks. Like, I'm not going to buy you a drink. I'm going to sample you a drink. Like,
hey, I ain't being in the club, but size. If I was in the club, I'd give a sample size first. So sometimes you got to get something a little bit, look, we call this a build-up. Now, if you take the sip and you like it and you decide you want to stay around and be entertaining, let's see how far more you're going to be able to drink. But if not, if you don't feel like going anywhere with this one sip, get on now.
Speaking of public persuasion,
oh my gosh.
Sure. R. Kelly alone. R. Kelly with the boy name again down there,
Jeffrey Epstein, man. Wild. See, that's the thing. We all know R. Kelly, but we know about this pervert Jeff Epstein.
Yeah, downhill. Yeah,
so this guy is, I think he's a billionaire, or was, I don't know if he still is, but he's got money. He's got islands in the Caribbeans that they basically call it Orgy Island. Like, he gets young girls underage, bring them to the island, do whatever, invites his friends over, they do whatever. Now he's been caught up in sex trafficking again. Now, the first time he got caught up was back in like 2008 or something.
Yeah.
And there's a big scandal behind that because he only got, he pled out and he only got like 13 months. And it wasn't even jail. It was like house arrest type stuff. And the guy that was in charge of his plea deal is currently or recently was I think the Department of Labor secretary.
Yes.
He resigned because everybody found out that, you gave this guy 13 months
he's like,
of house arrest for what he did.
Yeah.
So he's out of here.
So he stayed home to continue his process.
And this guy got
power of money.
He's got connections. So this guy Jeff Epstein, he got indicted again.
Yeah.
Got caught up in the sex trafficking thing. He's got operations in Palm Beach, Florida.
Yeah.
And who else has operations in Palm Beach, Florida?
In the islands. He's got a private jet that Bill Clinton's been on multiple times. Yeah. So it's pretty messy. But the crazy thing is, I don't want to say it's funny, but it's crazy. I guess some of these girls that he's been involved with, he keeps tabs on them.
Yes,
so he called one of the girls, like, yo, did you say anything? And she's like, no one's spoken to me. I ain't say anything. A couple days later, she gets a call from the FBI. So how does he know the FBI is looking for her before she does?
Yeah.
It's wild. So he's got connections, and it's kind of crazy because like that came out this week, and then the whole R. Kelly thing came out. It's like everybody's giving the energy to R. Kelly, but it's like this guy's really on some creep stuff.
Yeah, he's bigger than R. Kelly because
it's a huge organization, man. International.
Yo, but from what I heard, he actually likes to target young 15-year-old Latina girls.
It's crazy.
That was his thing, and actually, parents was on an outcry. This was actually, from what I came to understand, was the first big thing. Like, I mean, he actually got a little young girl.
Yeah. Right?
Where her mom was like, yo, I want my daughter back. Like, basically, this is not what we agreed to. And I'm gonna show you. This is the sad thing about situations like this, right? And people in the States don't understand. When people are in another country and their poverty level is lower than what the average American goes through, it brings them down to the darnest things. Yeah. Right? Because then you find out people are selling their kids. You know what I mean? They're selling their relatives because it's like, oh, look, we can't take care of you. And if you're trying to have a way of life, like go live with this person, I'm going to sell you to this person.
Yeah.
Now, the mom basically sold her daughter and had a come up right after that.
Of course.
And then now she's like, I want my daughter back. But it's like, you already sold your daughter. You feel me?
Insane.
And I mean, doing her process of trying to get her daughter back, this is how the Jeffrey thing is coming to light. But that was just the breadcrumbs.
That's one incident, and countless ones that he's been. And the thing is, we've seen, I've seen little hints of this stuff in the islands, as far as, our people going off with these old white men. Talking about they dating all this crazy stuff,
Sugar daddy.
Exactly, like.
Or is it zaddy or sugar daddy? Which one is it?
It's called rape. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. I don't care if she's 16, 17, like, that's rape. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, sir. I agree.
I'm not laughing. I'm laughing.
You know what? See, that whole term, sugar daddy, we try to sugarcoat proving the whole rape in it.
Yeah.
They say, oh, he's not a grown ass man trying to have sex with me. He's just paying my bills. I just give him.
He's my friend.
What? Okay. All right. So I don't understand when it comes to a certain female's mindset. Like, because I don't know if you guys remember when I had spoke on that one video where the chick was sitting there and she said all she had to do was come home, look pretty, and like just give it up, and she gets whatever she wants. She doesn't have to do anything other than that. She doesn't have to work. She doesn't have to do anything like that. Now, these are fairy tale situations that these females.
Wait, that's the fairy tale?
That's the fairy tale.
That's the best case scenario.
That's the fairy tale.
That's wild.
See, but you have like situations like this with the sugar daddies and stuff like that. Like, there's no old dude that's just gonna be sitting there buying you stuff and expecting nothing in return. He's gonna want something. You feel me? Like, you might get whatever you want at first, but eventually homeboy's gonna cash in his cart. So,
and we gotta remind people that this is sex. This is not like someone willingly said, hey, I'm gonna date you. This is someone saying, like, could have been kidnapped, could have been all types of, you know what I'm saying? Like, these things really happen, like where people are getting kidnapped, drugged, raped, whatever, and being sent off to these people like, hey, she's yours now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
what was that movie you had me watch? where that happened to the chick, and she was dating a dude, and he was in Sweden or Amsterdam?
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, and then what happened was she went up to go meet up with the dude or whatever for the first time. She went to go see him, paid for her flight and everything, stuff like that. She got there, dude's standing there, another dude walks up, tosses him some money, and he just walks away.
Yeah, I remember we did talk about that.
Where are you going?
Yeah,
Homeboy grabbed her.
Bye.
Man, dog.
It's crazy, man.
That was it.
Quits. No, but I'm gonna give you something crazy, guys. You see, we're talking about this here. Over here, it's rape. If you go into the Middle East, girls are given away freely by parents in the hand of marriage at the age of 13. I just want you guys to wrap your mind around that.
Yeah, it's not. They're not gonna paint all the Middle East, but certain countries, yes, that's true.
Yes, it is true. So. When we go crazy over here talking about the 15-year-olds, it's one conversation. In another world, in another country, it's a whole other thing. And that's just to show you, back to last week's conversation, talking about how people view people. That's why we can never have the perfect society. Because when you think of being in human nature, you would choose someone's lives over someone as a property, right?
Yeah.
You think as a grown man, as an individual, you look at them like, yo, I would never want to be enslaved. I will never want to be enslaved and be sexually, molested in any form or shape, right? You would never want it for yourself. But you would sit here and capture thousands or hundreds or millions of people and be ready, willing, and able to do it for them. And then it's even worse to the people who was sitting there like, yo, I indulge in that activity. In the sense
wild.
that, wild is not even the word. You're literally knowing that this little person right here ain't got no choice, right? You're talking, and everybody now wants to talk about human rights because the instant they would have been on the flip side, they would have been screaming for help. But when you see somebody, like the story of the Good Samaritan seeing that help, you ain't trying to offer it. You're like, yo, you hungry? I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I will never buy you a Snicker. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to keep waiting. You know what I mean? And that's the crazy part of what our society is. And to show you talk about presidents because it's more than one president who's friends with him.
Yeah,
You right?
he's got lots of connections.
Lots of connections. Been on the plane multiple times. So you're talking about people in power who could have put a stop to it in the beginning, knew about what the endeavor is or what was trying to be accomplished, and you didn't even put a stop to it.
Yeah.
So all you technically did was enforce him. You feel me?
Yeah, because even Trump came out and was like, yo, I'm not going to say exactly what the problem I had with him was, but we did have a fallout and I'll talk to him. It's like, okay, if you knew dude was a creep, you should have said something.
No, he defended him the last time.
Yeah.
So he was saying, oh, yeah, me and him were good friends. We just have, our girl, I guess it's before the alleged him with minors.
Yeah.
But he said, oh, yeah, we have the same taste in young girls. This is written statement. He
Wow.
said that.
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Somebody probably walked into his office and they're like, yo, you need to stop talking.
Stop. Don't say nothing about
Normally
this
we
guy.
say this to you every day, but you really need to
I
stop
really,
talking.
really-
Yo,
this
but
time.
Trev, that's a very exotic word for you to use right there. We have the same taste.
Taste.
I want
And
you,
young women. That's
yo, that's
creep stuff, yo.
creep, Davil. That's a strong statement. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I like aphrodisiacs. So when you use the word, you have a strong taste for something. That means you have a heavy appetite that you consistently want to feel.
It's crazy.
You feel me? Like think about your favorite food. Now, marinate in that moment. You feel what I'm saying? And if you had the opportunity to eat that food every time, don't you think you eat it?
I mean, yeah, that's meaning of your favorite.
It's a meaning of your favorite. Now,
Yeah.
let's open the variety up to somebody who has.
To eat your favorite food all the time?
Do you have a food that you would like to eat all the time?
I mean, like, let's say, like, my favorite fruit is pineapple. Like, I have access to it all the time. Like, I can just go to the store and grab one, but I don't eat it that much for the simple fact that I don't want to get sick of it.
You want to get sick of it. Now,
So,
that's a good concept
I treat
of
it
it.
as like a, not not like a dessert, but something I indulge in every now and then.
Well, I'm gonna say, I guess it's the work part of it is the extra work in the prepping the pineapple.
No, I could shred a pineapple in like 3 minutes.
So yeah, shredded in 3 minutes.
Like, yeah, my dad showed me
How to do it.
Yeah, take it apart. So.
Well, all right, for me, Dennis, I love eating pineapples. Right? If I had someone who would have cut up and served pineapples for me every morning at the break of breakfast, that would have been perfect for me because I like to eat pineapples just as much. Now, you said you shred it in 5 minutes. Plus, you have to 3 minutes, right? Plus take the conversation if you got to go to the store to purchase it and all of that, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying you would do it all the time, but sometimes some of the stuff takes a little bit of work. If you're not going to the grocery store consistently, you're not going to be able all the time to have the pineapple. Those are little thing in effect. Now let's put financial statement in this career up on this grab. Epstein, sorry. Just so I don't misconstrue anybody's name. Epstein, right? He's at a point in his life where his money, at any moment he wants a little young girl, she will pop right in his presence without him doing anything, or he's soliciting them like that. So you talk about somebody who's presidential, whose money's pretty good. At any moment that he wants something, he doesn't have to go out and woo a little young girl on a predatory level. Epstein basically is a middleman. He cancels all of that. So you see, at that point, is it for someone to say, I have a strong taste, where the president has a financial access where that's not an issue, that is strong. That means you're indulging in that a lot. That's what that says when you use the word you got a strong taste. It's something that you will seek more than anything else. You feel me? Mm-hmm. That's predatory on a whole nother level. You feel me?
I'm pretty sure as soon as he gets his nice little walk out of the office or whatever,
walks out of the office,
they're going to be like, yo, you see this book right here? They've been trying to keep us from giving it to you. But there's a whole lot of charges in this, homie.
No, but
take a walk.
But here's the thing: he's about to plea out and give names. He's willing to give names.
The billionaire dude?
Yeah,
I bet he is.
So let me get the breakdown. Just to see in an article, I'm just going to read a little bit from it.
Seize his assets, and he's like, whoa.
Well,
so according
American assets.
So according to the indictment, between 2002 and 2005, Epstein ran a trafficking enterprise in which he paid hundreds of dollars in cash to girls as young as 14 years old to have sex with him at his Upper East Side home and his estate in Palm Beach. Worked with employees and associates to lure the girls to his residence and paid some of his victims to recruit other girls for him to abuse.
Sounds right. I mean, and it's not even it's mental. And this is why, to show you how crazy money is. All it takes is a little young girl to get some money. Like, look, I'm gonna keep it real. Your parents are going through some rough time. I can show you how to get like a little 50 or 20 stacks. And that's all it takes, because and then one act will help take some financial relief off you. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of parents who'll hear that nastiness and be like, yo, you know what? Just one time.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, it's not just one time, because he's literally like, he's keeping tabs on these girls.
Yeah.
Years after it happened.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you talk to anybody? Like, then there's the mental aspect of it. You know?
I mean, there's a mental aspect when he's gonna look at you and be like, yo, I got millions. I got people outside your house waiting for you. That comes with that's a strong thing you can do with money. I'm gonna keep it. One of my favorite lines in the rap songs, I think it was Eminem's, goes when he said, and goes out to A$AP Rocky as well. Yo, I got undercover cop that will legally pop you. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to make you disappear, I ain't even got to do anything. I got somebody who can legally pop you and plant something on you. You feel me?
I don't know. It's very, I don't know. It's uneasy to know that. I mean, we live in Florida. Palm Beach is not far. And Palm Beach, like, you've seen Palm Beach, Trev.
I've been, yeah.
It's not the ghetto.
Some parts.
You know?
The difference of who you know from Palm Beach. Shout out to
true.
My Palm Beach people.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but there's some luxury areas like City Place and they're more
Mar-a-Lago's out in Palm Beach, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Palm Beach has its I would say, Trev, based on what I've been in Palm Beach, I've seen the more upper echelon, and I've found myself lost in Palm Beach. In areas in Palm Beach I should not be around.
Just don't go to the massage parlors.
Hey.
Like some of our friends.
Hey,
friends.
Patriot friends.
Patriots friends. Shout
out to the Patriots.
Shout out to the Patriot and the massage parlor for getting it done.
It's wild, man.
That's a whole other conversation.
And that's why, like, the main thing I'm really passionate about this is that, like, we have daughters, seeing.
Yes.
I make sure I tell my daughter, yo, do not walk away from us. Stay close, because we are in Florida. There's creep people everywhere. Mm-hmm. We don't know who's the creep and who's not. So just keep your kids safe, man.
Speaking of creep, let me tell you, like, I have these run-ins with these random people. I call them mystic hobos. Mystic hobos, because they pop up out of nowhere and then they disappear.
I got a story about that. Go ahead.
Same thing.
Mystic
Like I've seen
hobos.
like the first like interaction I had with one, like, dude was walking around, you know, like gibbering to himself or whatever, and then out of nowhere he just stopped, looked at me, preached the sermon of God. I answered him, and then he went back to gibbering. And then another dude popped up out of nowhere, and I was with Sam and Renee, and we're sitting here at the McDonald's drive-thru in Orlando, and he's standing in front of the car, and it's like, I think it was like 10 something at night. So we're sitting here, and I'm looking at dude, and he was like, "Hey, you Puerto Rican?" And he was pointing to Renee. And he just nodded, yeah. And he looked at Sam. He's like, "You Dominican?" And I was like, "Yo, y'all know this dude?"
Oh, that's creepy.
So then he just started saying some crazy stuff, and then he like dipped off into like down the sidewalk or whatever. So we went to go look for him like after we recovered from shock, and he was gone, like vanished without a trace. The only way he could go,
Crazy stuff, man.
which had like no areas of concealment, he was completely gone.
Mystic hobo.
So I got a story about these. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm at the light yesterday,
Mystic.
going to work or whatever, and this dude's like, "Oh," he's like, hey, roll down your window, white guy. He's got a veteran.
No to Mystic.
Don't make eye
hobo.
contact.
Don't look.
So I'm like, okay, I'm a good Samaritan. Let's see where this is gonna go. He's like, "Hey, you gotta use your blinkers when you turn, man." I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, yeah. He's like, "You gotta use your blinkers because, you know, the cops are coming down on us, you know, with the cell phone thing and the blinkers thing too. So they're just gonna package you up, you know." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah, thank you." He's like, "Yeah, you know, they don't like us, man." And I'm like, "Okay." Here we go. He's like, "Yeah,
Who's us?"
He's like, "You got a black daddy, I got a black daddy," and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm not in a place to judge anyone.
Yo, he was spitting facts there. This I ain't gonna lie.
He does have a black daddy.
So you got a black daddy. I got a black daddy.
He probably does. It's like, he's like, "Yeah, they don't like us, man. Like, you don't want us to get pulled over because, you know, boom, we get pulled over, we say good afternoon, officer, and then bam, we get shot." No, it's just how it is, man. It's rough out there, and I'm sitting here and like I'm
shot.
teetering on that line between should I let the hood side out that I've tried so long to keep at bay,
I've been patient,
or just
low.
let this situation ride out. I'm like, I gotta get to work, so I gotta let this situation ride out. I'm not. He was being nice about the blinkers, so I think he's just senile. He's like,
just
"Yeah,
seen
man."
a lot.
He's like, "Man," he's like, "Man, they're always trying to lock us up and everything like that." So it's like, "Yeah, man, you just gotta be careful out here. I don't like cops. You probably don't like cops neither." And I didn't say anything. I was like, "Yeah, sure." It's like, "Yeah, man, stay safe out there. All right, brother." And then he just drove off.
He was in a car?
He was in a car. He
hobo.
He said he was a hobo.
he came out of nowhere.
Mystic
In a car.
hobo.
He had a car,
In a car.
Nowhere. He came
All right,
out of
Donald,
nowhere.
go with your
But,
Mystic.
Oh my gosh. So I've been because I've been driving to Disney, right? You know, to get to Disney, we take 192. It's a shortcut, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm driving through 192 and I hit the Kissimmee area, and like out of nowhere, at this particular light in front of Walgreens, it's just a sea of homeless people. Like literally a sea of homeless people, like The Walking Dead, just walking through in the street, collecting money at the bus stop, talking. I was like, what is going on? Like, it was pretty scary.
Yeah.
And I found out that a lot of the big cities like LA, huge city, huge homeless population.
Mm-hmm.
They actually give homeless people $100, like go on a Greyhound bus and leave, please. Yeah. So you'll see like certain times they'll just all pop up at the same time around a bus stop. Like they'll drop them off here in Melbourne, they'll drop them off in Kissimmee, and they'll just randomly be displaced. So I was like, this is creepy how that happens, and then next thing you know, they're off somewhere else. Like
there's a lot of homeless camps around here too.
Yeah, in the woods. Yeah, that's like, a big thing.
One time I saw like 2 people just walking right out of the bushes. I'm like,
yep. What I've noticed is like you'll see Walmart shop, Walmart, but you'll see Walmart shopping carts like around the area in the woods, and that's how you know, like, okay, that's one of the spots.
Right. Exactly.
It's pretty creepy, man. I mean, I'd not even say creepy, but it's sad because there's not enough facilities,
resources
to get them back up on their feet. So but they got to resort to living in the woods.
No, I mean, let me throw this out and say this. I'm not saying we don't need a strong military.
Yeah,
but we spend so much money in the military, and we got people who's out there homeless.
Probably trillions of dollars in military.
Yeah. But I understand why a military has to be strong, because we have to keep outsiders out.
Of course, but I don't know, man. There's like I know in our area at least, it is an issue where we just don't have the facility. Mm-hmm. I know there's other cities that, you know, like Los Angeles, that they do have the facility, but there's so much people. Like
New York,
you got an entire neighborhood of homeless people in the middle of a city.
They can't just organize something where they can put them to work and pay them. Like easily, like you could get a lot of stuff done that way.
Yeah,
like even like construction, even if like you get some of them licensed or anything like that. Like granted, some people are a hazard by nature.
Yeah, because
I doubt it's all of them.
It's a good portion of them that do have, you know, mental issues, drug issues, things like that. So you have to weed out like who's really just fell on their luck and down their luck, but has their mind together. That can actually do some work. I guess you got to filter that out first.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, Anvil. Based on work, one of the easiest jobs you can have homeless people do is clean up. They ain't got nothing else to do. Just pick trash up, bro.
That's true.
And that will help keep the community clean. You give them a safe place to go where they can get food and shelter. And, you know what I mean? Not saying, look, you're free to go and come. It's a bathroom there. Make sure there's monitored so people can't be doing no drugs there. If you know what I'm saying, then you let these homeless people know that, look, these bathrooms has cameras in it. Not saying we're trying to watch you drop a deuce. Right, but if you're in there and you're doing anything out of the ordinary, you just not.
We're gonna know.
It's not even that we're gonna know. You just won't be allowed to be back on that facility.
Yeah. What place is it that has the lowest crime rate again? Is it Finland that has the lowest crime rate?
Yeah, it might be.
It's one of them spots.
Norway, or I forgot where.
Yeah, because they have the rehabilitation programs.
Yeah, that's what they do. They grab them and rehabilitate. I think Argentina does that too, where especially for people who get caught with drugs and stuff like that. They don't technically lock them up.
What?
Yeah.
This thing says Venezuela. Like, what?
Highly doubt that. I'm not being judgmental.
I'm being judgmental. Like,
highly doubt that.
Google, you feeling me now? What is this? So, it said Venezuela has the lowest crime rate. And then Papua New Guinea.
That's because the murder rate is high. They ain't nobody.
South Africa? Interesting. That's weird.
No, I want you to realize that Venezuela maybe war with other countries.
Programs.
But what Venezuela did go through during this period, and it's probably that's why their crime rate is now dropped. I mean, sometimes I guess.
Sorry, guys, that was flipped around. That's the highest crime rate.
That's the highest crime rate.
This doesn't make any sense.
I could have sworn all that stuff I was reading last time. I'm like, y'all really wiped each other out.
Yeah, they did. But that's what I'm saying. They're going to that nice rehabilitation.
Okay, the lowest actually Qatar. I've heard it's really beautiful.
Yeah,
in the Middle East. Yeah, Qatar. United Arab Emirates. Well, they lock you up for anything. That's probably why. It's like, I'll be scared too. Finland's actually a little further up. There's some other. Switzerland's pretty good. Japan, Armenia,
Taiwan,
Georgia, Hong Kong.
Yeah, that's
Taiwan.
why ASAP can't get out of there, dog. They're like, we don't play over here.
Is it?
He's in Sweden.
He's in Sweden.
Yeah, somewhere over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of
because there's a lot of those countries where they don't tolerate that type of foolishness, dog. Because like they'll have their police walk around unarmed and stuff like that. And like 9 times out of 10, the citizens themselves will help the police drop you. So like because they don't want that type of stuff in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
Well, it's most, and I realize when it comes to assault and things of that nature, that's where it normally goes. They don't want any assault and rape.
Yeah, violent crimes.
Any violent crimes.
Yeah, one of my boys, he had went to Norway to visit this girl that he was dating that was over here as an exchange student or whatever. And he, stayed over there, and her family had money or whatever. And he said, like, those people are like a different breed of people. Like, the type of hospitality that they showed was incredible. He said he's never experienced anything like that in his life.
I would never move
He's
back.
like, even if he went into town, like when he went into town, like everybody knows everybody, that type of environment, and
I would
they treat
never
him
move back.
like he was a son, like, and they just met him. Nice. I mean, you got rules and regulations to that stuff. Everything. If you sat there and you went to go visit, and they're like, "Oh yeah, oh man, I really like it here. I wish I could stay." Okay, that's nice. See you next time.
Yeah, thanks for visiting.
Exactly.
Shoot. I guess R. Kelly's gonna get that nice visit.
Man, he's about to be put under the jail. He is under the jail now.
Yeah,
it's a wrap for him.
This is it.
You know, like he's been doing his creep stuff for decades upon decades, and now he finally gets what has been coming to him.
Well, and we said that before. I feel like he still finds a way. His legal team will find a way.
Well, I mean, Trevor, he gonna stretch it. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. He gonna stretch it. He may stretch it to be out of jail as long as he can. But what really he's gonna end up doing, he's gonna suck his finance dry. Basically,
it's already dry. The fans.
Yeah, he's been getting money from other people.
Yeah, but all right, Trevor. He been getting money from other people. Yo, shout out to the person who's gonna donate $1 million to this account.
For bail.
Yeah, I mean, just to be frank, for the fact that you have fans out there who's donating money to his cause, who's putting about $1 million in the account, Trev.
Yeah,
that's more than enough. That is going to get drained, right?
Yeah,
because how much money you think people is going to be able to give? At one point, it's going to stop, and then when that stops, and all the lawyers who sitting in the back who's just like, yes, guys, keep donating,
right?
Because the more they donate, is the more that legal fee keeps coming around. Yo, we're gonna keep you, R. Kelly, but you still got to pay this check. You feel what I'm saying? So that's about to be. But look, I want this to be a reminder for all the predatory people out there. We're like, yeah, don't keep. Nobody ain't sleeping. They may not catch you right then and there, but eventually you're gonna get caught.
Like my father says, by the hook or by crook.
By the hook or by crook.
I get it.
Nah, y'all heard about this whole Area 51 campaign?
Yeah.
Dog.
51.
Yeah,
what's going on?
They have it's a specific date. Is it in September, August or September?
I don't know. It's stupid. So I didn't look at the date.
They're gonna storm Area 51.
David, no, don't laugh. Do me a favor, David. Don't laugh. Do me a favor.
Last time, let me actually pull up this group. Because last time I checked, it had 351,000 people committed to go in there.
David, I want you to look up one more thing for me, please.
Yeah.
What president wanted to storm Area 51?
To storm Area 51?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Trump?
Kennedy?
Well, then you're going to the group because I want them to look it up. It's going to be a rough part.
1.2 million going or interested in storming Area 51. September 20th, storm Area 51. They can't stop all of us. Now,
y'all crazy.
Now, there's a lot of people that's sitting here. There's 674 people said that they're going. 623 said that they're interested.
I can't find it, CN.
You can't find it?
No.
All right.
So, all right. Let me tell you how this is going to play out. Because obviously, a lot of these people are going to think, okay, they're just joking, so we're just going to sign up. You're going to have the people that are actually committed to this endeavor. Let's say it's at least half of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, Area 51, regardless if, you have the Roswell and all that other type of stuff and the X-Files and everything like that tell you they have aliens there, it is still a military facility.
Thank you.
It is still a no trespassing military facility.
We have one here, right?
Patrick?
No, I guess it's considered Patrick, but yeah.
Oh, you mean the one, is it off of Minton?
Yeah.
The huge.
That we're not allowed in.
Oh, that's owned by the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like that, this stuff like that, like you just
and it's just
leave
there.
it alone. You leave it alone.
Yeah.
Why? Because they put on the fence. Will use deadly force. Now, y'all are going to see weapons y'all never seen before for the simple fact that you crossed that line and you thought they wasn't about that. If you think that they will not shoot you because you're in a mask, you are joking.
And mind you, it's a pretty big area. It's not like you just cross the line and the facility's right there. It's like a couple miles buffer around the facility. Yeah,
it's 5 miles of desert.
You're gonna be running for a while trying to storm a.
And during that time, they're gonna be sitting there triangulating everybody. You're gonna be like, all right, they actually made it in. Did they make it in far enough? Yeah, they made it in far enough to not be able to get away when we pull up.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So then they're gonna pull out there with the Hummers,
crazy,
the planes, everything, and they're not gonna say turn around.
You might get a warning if they decide to be nice.
Fence was the warning.
Yeah, the fence was the warning. Now, if it's like 5-6 people, they might roll up on you and they'll detain you.
Yeah.
Now, if you're running with 300,000 plus people, at that point in time, you turn it into a public risk. Now, they don't know who's friend or who's foe in that entire crowd right there. So they're liable to just drop everybody because half of y'all could be terrorists.
How are 300,000 people gonna get there? Like, that's a lot of people.
That's just estimating.
Just to get to that area.
They're talking about hitting it from all angles.
It's a bad
some
idea.
Of the theories are just crazy. But the thing is like they're sitting there, they saying they can't stop all of us. It's like, yeah, they probably can't stop all of you guys from going in. Unless they have an electric fence or something like that. But I damn sure know that the second y'all pull up, they can shoot all of you.
Well, it's protected. The instant you trespass, you can get shot. You're liable to get
guys,
shot.
Honestly,
and then it's your fault.
Government facilities aren't that interesting.
No.
It's like the same setup as a prison. The colors are the same. Mm-hmm. It's not that interesting to be risking your life over.
You don't have a dude.
If you really think you're gonna get into a building like, oh, the alien spacecraft is right there in the dock area, like, come on now.
Because there was whatchamacallit, there was one of the dudes I know. He was saying like, even if you make it over the 5 miles of desert to the main part of the facility, you still have to get inside, and all of that stuff that you guys are looking for is probably like another like 4 or 5 miles underground. And if you think
easily.
that you're even making it to the facility itself, you have a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
like,
a bad
you'll
idea.
never make it. Like a lot of that stuff is tracked by satellite. They'll know you're pulling up before you even decide to. And if you think they're not tracking these groups, like
yeah, like we're gonna organize on Facebook, guys.
Like right now, y'all aren't being serious. Now, as soon as you guys look like you're mobilizing for real, and they issue that public statement that you will be shot, public statement.
Yeah,
I guarantee you somebody put that on pay-per-view, dog, because that's gonna be nasty.
Be crazy.
Now, if y'all actually do it, I'll give you credit where credit's due, because I wouldn't be that stupid.
Oh, okay. So why do it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just want to know their
they're
mindset.
just doing it to see if they could. Like we're talking about the generation where people were taking spoonfuls of cinnamon and trying to swallow.
Oh, it's those people that's doing it.
Challenge.
Oh, that's dumb.
It's
people that
So it's people that probably don't even know anything about Area 51. This is like, oh, we're just gonna storm it.
We just want to see if there's really aliens there.
Wow.
Oh, you guys just want to really get shot.
Well,
that's all it is.
For what happened is basically in the early 40s and mid 40s. Eisenhower, right? Basically, they condemned Area 51 that it was a rogue agency because it became so secretive. Basically, you know how if you guys ever watch Olivia Pope. Little thing.
Scandal
B51, B613, whatever they want to call it, where it's like an agency within an agency, right?
Yeah.
And Eisenhower basically was like they're becoming too secretive, and he tried to basically send military to invade inside of it.
Yeah.
Kennedy backed it as well. So there's a lot of things people said that it started from there where the Kennedy started to trickle based on his assassination. He just started digging too deep. So that's just for conspiracy theorists out there.
Yeah.
For certain things that goes on within Area 51. But if anybody wants to dig deep, I mean, I dug deep. Go to the Great Whites. You know what I mean? and not to dig too deep. For anybody who wants to trickle down that rabbit hole, please do. Feel free to comment and let me know. I'll help you if you want to be helped. Basically, where it would lead to, and basically what happened is, for conspiracy theories, they met with a couple aliens out there, and then the treaty was reunited, and that treaty stands to this day. And I want you to realize, after that, America went through a technology boom, and it just never stopped. But that's just where the whole invasion of Area 51 started, and what came out of it the last time this whole ordeal came out before. So I'm not gonna lie. Hey, look, probably this time you guys push, we may get hovercrafts.
I don't even think that's 5 miles. Like, do you see how much of a stretch that is just to get there?
Yeah, but that facility goes down, so it's getting to the top is one thing.
Yeah,
to get down
to underground.
You get down the levels is a thing, because
you're not getting there.
It has 14 or 15 different levels, bro. Like, those are if you go to the construction of how Area 51 was initially built, is that the surface is just the surface. Everything that goes on there goes below. And after you watching, I guess, what you would call it, any Avengers movie or Thor movie, when any of these superhero movies, they got prison where it opens up in the middle of the ocean nowadays. Mm-hmm. And for one, I don't think that's a myth. I think that's actually a fact. I feel like they probably have some facilities where it actually is underwater. It's just the ocean look like it spreads apart, and you go on there, and that's it. Aliens been doing it for the longest, because if you guys go through any of these and I know I'm digging deep in the alien search, guys. If you guys go through any alien footages and look over in Japan and those areas where they claim to call their footage, they always seem to go down in water and come up out of water.
Let me see what this sign
But
says.
that's a whole nother conversation.
Let's see. I'm trying to see what this sign says right quick.
All right, then, you still looking at Area 51, Dennis?
Yeah, I think it's the sign that's right outside the gate.
Well, the sign that says do not trespass.
Oh, man.
Violators will get shot.
No trespassing, authority, NRS, blah, blah, blah. Maximum punishment, $1,000 fine, 6 months imprisonment, or both strictly enforced. Photos of this area are prohibited. It's unlawful to enter this area, blah, blah, blah.
Every blah right there means you going to jail. You are going to jail.
Warning, this is a military installation. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they
I don't know. I heard there's nothing out there. Next topic.
All right. So, guys,
we was dancing around the whole ASAP Rocky part.
Oh,
yeah, let's talk about that. Man.
Yeah, sure. Go on. Make a lead on that one.
ASAP is under custody. What is it? Custody? What
he's in jail.
He's in custody.
I was looking for that.
For assault.
Use of deadly force authorized. Right there in red, right at the bottom of the sign.
You're gonna die.
So we'll be shot.
Don't try to enter.
So ASAP Rocky, don't know his real name. He is in jail in Sweden right now. There's a pension going on around in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, free ASAP.
Nope. Let him ride.
All right, we'll get there. But he was caught in an altercation with supposedly a fan. Mm-hmm. The fan was supposedly stalking him, and he retaliated with force. And now he is under arrest in Sweden. They are supposedly the charges will get dropped, but it takes time.
And on top of that, the fan was a migrant to Sweden. I guess they classify migrants differently, so they're like a protected class. So if you do any violence towards them, it's a higher penalty than just fighting any regular person.
And Davi said something pretty intense earlier when everybody was on this Black Lives Matters movement.
Yep, talking about how cops was harassing people in the United States.
Yeah, right. He was like, "Yeah, well, he doesn't live that life."
Yeah, he said ASAP Rocky says he doesn't live that life. You know, he's in Soho, you know, hanging with models in fashion houses.
Soho.
And now he's in the jailhouse. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he was talking all that craziness about, you know, real things that was affecting the black community, and it's just interesting how he gets himself caught up in.
But it's the black community that will still reach.
That is saving him, and that was a crazy part, Trev.
Yeah. So I don't know if Of course, I don't want no black man in jail, and especially a European jail, because it's kind of worse than America.
They say it's worse. They say that the only it's worse the first 3 days, and then after that, it's kind of like you in a college dorm type setup. So they're saying that, like, you know, the first couple of days they try to give you the worst of it to make you just be like, hey, I'm guilty. I admit I did it, whatnot. And after that, it kind of calms down. So I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna say something based on A$AP Rocky's situation, right?
Yeah.
You got money, bro. Right, and it's something a lot of these entertainers need to realize. With the finance you have a team around you who gets paid to do exactly that.
Yep.
You feel me? The fans harassing you. Yo, German, grab him. Whoever the bodyguard name is.
With this one, I think he just had friends with him, and there was a video footage of him he's verbally saying, hey, these guys are following us. They won't leave us alone. We're trying to tell them, hey, we don't want to fight. Just leave us alone.
No, I think it said his bodyguards was with him, though.
Oh, it was bodyguards now?
Yeah.
I know it's people that he knew.
Because, yeah, it says, so I'll pull up the article. You guys keep talking.
Yeah. It's people that he knew.
But I mean, but you got to think about your position you played in your team. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, especially as a parent, I have to think about it as well. That's why we're trying to keep myself out of trouble. You feel what I mean? Stay at home sometimes when I don't need to.
So here it is. So Rocky posted 2 videos on his Instagram that showed him and his crew repeatedly telling 2 young men to stop following them, and one of the men swinging his headphones at the head of Rocky's bodyguard. In one of the videos, Rocky turns to the viewer and says, just for the camera, we don't want no problems with these boys. A young woman tells the camera that one of the young men groped her and her friend. Rocky was arrested later that night on suspicion of assault after performing at Stockholm's Smash Festival. So his bodyguard was with him.
Yeah.
I guess he felt like he could, and that's the thing, man. At the end of the day,
check your pride.
Regardless of you being American, if you're in another country, you're under their laws.
Well, that's I keep saying. You pay people to do these things.
Exactly.
Like, so, let the man get his job. If he's on the clock, eat that bread. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do your thing. Because for one, if you grab them, that person actually, if he writes a police report, when the police shows up, it's his word against them. Then the bodyguard is going to have the bigger word. At this point, when the fan can be like, yo, A$AP attacked me, and there's any form of footage or that shows that there was some form of attack, he's going to get sued. Now, right now, even the charge is going to get dropped, right? There's a possibility to get sued.
Still cashed.
At the end of the day, you're spending I think they said it was minimum was 2 weeks in jail just for having the charges against you. It's not like America where you could bail out. Like, no.
Right.
He has to sit in that jail for 2 weeks to even go to the court or whatever the process is.
I keep it real. In a country like that, you definitely want to get arrested, because the first thing it's going to teach you is that, look, wrong or right, you're going to have to sit in jail for 2 weeks, bro. So just make life easier for yourself and just try not to get arrested.
I mean, it's just like the dude that went to North Korea and was like, oh, I'm going to do whatever to the propaganda post. Like, oh, okay, in America, that's nothing, right? That's like a misdemeanor, a warning at most. Mm-hmm. In Korea, that's a felony. Like, you could die over that.
Yeah.
You got to understand what you're doing.
Somebody put hard work into that.
Crazy.
Now, guys, not to jump off A$AP topic, I want to jump into something a little bit different. Did you guys even get a chance to listen to the Jermaine Dupri interview?
No.
Well, he had a very important topic that I wanted to stretch forward, and I guess because I have daughters, I definitely want to stretch this forward based on what he spoke about. The question was asked to him is like, what is your top female artist right now? And he's basically saying he really don't got one.
Come on now,
right?
There's some top female artists.
No. I mean, there's some top female artists.
SZA, top female. Come on,
of course.
Yeah. Let me narrow the category.
I think SZA, kind of just.
No, I'm gonna narrow the category down. Top female
rappers.
Because I want to make sure I get the category down.
Remy Ma. Come on, man.
Remy Ma's not
a beast.
She's a beast. She's a good one. But for what the the iconic status is right now for what the figure of rap music
I
is.
can't lie. I like the City Girls though.
Yeah, for what they do.
City Girls are fun.
That lane of music, yeah. Right.
But
They
Bump
ain't
them.
my taste.
Yeah, but for what he's
I
saying,
sat there and I listened to a couple of those tracks and I felt like a disappointed father, dog. Like
Remember
I'm
that-
like, this is. I'm like,
There was
what?
tracks.
She said-
It's the same thing as Trina. Like,
ratchet,
some,
yeah. It's a Trina thing.
Her
See-
tracks was not meant for us. It's
Yeah.
meant for the
Girls.
girls, especially when they're partying. That's
Yeah.
what they bump into.
I
Yeah.
think it's just my taste has changed over the years because I used to bump Trina like way back, like when I was younger and stuff, because the stuff was dope. Now like it comes on and I'm listening to that stuff. I'm like, yo, like
yeah, but,
dog, like you going over the top right now. You all right?
yeah,
Like,
but then I want you to
you got,
understand.
you got issues at home you want to talk about? Like, yeah.
It's as a male, that's a perspective. But when you watch these females listen to these tracks,
They turning up.
they turn up. Like literally, I'm telling you, they turn up.
I've seen the most distinguished turn up. The most distinguished.
The most distinguished
Turn
ones
up.
turned up. The most prestigious
Turn up.
turned up. Your people who you think you would never in their minds
Looking like Olivia
no role
Pope.
models.
Turn up.
No role models, dog.
Dennis, you'd be surprised who'd be turning up. But
Yeah.
but what is the standard for what they're setting? And this is what he was talking about. The reason why he doesn't have a favorite female rapper is because he feels like they're all talking about the same thing. For one, they're all talking about their kitty cat. And it's mostly their images are sex symbols. When you see them in the music videos nowadays, they're completely naked.
And here's my opinion on that. It's our fault
It is our fault.
because we didn't give them anything else to talk
It
about.
started with Jermaine Dupri.
Well,
don't
It's
know.
that generation's fault. It
'Cause,
is.
okay. Under Jane Debris was the Brat. I
Yeah.
never really listened to the Brat.
Come on, but he did do. Didn't he do like the whole "Welcome to Atlanta"?
yeah.
The
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
punk area.
But the
The
reason why-
Brat was good, but he supported a lot of the BS that we deal with now.
True, but okay, when the lady rappers was rapping and they rap like a Nas or a Jay-Z, we didn't give them the acknowledgement.
Exactly.
That's
But
right.
we gave them the acknowledgement when they rap like Trina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say,
Kaya.
yo, we can't. Or Kaya. Yeah. Like
Car.
it's kind of our fault too. Like
Yeah.
we're not bigging up Rhapsody. Why we're
No.
not bigging up her when she got
Lyrica.
She even out rap Kendrick.
Nominated for a Grammy. All types of
but we're
accolades.
always showing Cash Doll. We're showing Cardi B. We're showing Nicki.
Nicki.
But we're not showing the ones that actually could spit. Because
That's true.
the others got body.
Well, I mean, you got that one chick. What's her name? She got kind of a Nicki Minaj vibe. I think
Stephon.
Yeah.
And Don.
I like her style.
That's
like
the
she's
UK
not
one.
Yeah, she's not all about just showing everything.
No, she
like
got something, but she
she conceals her stuff pretty well. And,
to an extent, Don, but she still
but
shows
she's
a lot.
but she's not like Nicki Minaj.
No, she's not Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
but I would say that she's a
She
European
still
version.
She sexualizes herself.
Yeah,
but
but-
she's got a flow to her.
But that is what the meat of is, and Trevor is right.
Yeah.
We have to blame our generation too. I'm gonna tell you why, because our generation embodied the whole sexual aspect of what the world was.
Yeah, like we didn't give MC like the real light.
Yeah.
Right? We Missy one of the
Elliott.
best
Yeah.
She
out
got
there.
she definitely got.
She'll sexualize it still, but she's still
Eve.
Eve too. They still sexual, but
Yeah.
it's not like dirty. But we didn't give them like they should have won Grammys. They should have won everything. But look at Missy. Missy just got onto the Writers Hall of Fame,
Songwriters.
All of them, yeah.
right? And you know,
I mean,
she should have been there
one of
from
the
top.
greatest MCs, Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill.
She's and that lady.
Yeah.
To the day I die, she'll probably get my respect.
Yeah,
For-
well,
yeah.
Like I don't know if y'all, I've seen Lauryn Hill in person.
No, I haven't seen in person.
Like when you say like a Nubian queen, she
Nubian.
embodies
Queen.
that. I'm talking about
Yeah.
it's the way she dresses. Like she's got this huge outfit. Like
She got
if
that
y'all ain't
flair
never seen
to it.
Lauryn Hill in person, please do yourself a favor and go see her because she is it.
Yeah, just to
And she can
to be
spit.
true.
Yeah. They can spit, but it's like the City Girls, Cardi B, whoever else you want to name.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking them.
No. But our Cardi B said something in very important in her little clap back to Jermaine Dupri. She said she did the track "Take take care of me. Be careful of me. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, care for me.
So she said when she did that track, they knocked her. She wasn't getting she got plays off of it, but she wasn't getting no play. They looked at her, was like the track was garbage, right? And she was like, the only way for me to keep entertaining the world, the way the world wanted to be entertained, is to sing about this part of my body. She's like,
but it's like, I don't know, man. With Cardi, y'all know, I be saying stuff about Cardi B, man, but it's sad to even watch her videos. Because
it's a lot going on.
Even though she's showing her body, it's not even her body. That's the sad part about it. Like, for real, it's sad. Like, you're showing off a body that you bought. So like, now, on the real.
So now you trying to say she don't own the lyrics? She don't own it. She don't own nothing. That whole package deal is well, look, at least you pay the price for it, bro. That's a price tag on that.
What Donville is doing is he's being an intellectual. He's saying that she's sitting there showing off purchased goods.
That's right.
Thank you.
So essentially, what she's doing is she's walking around in a Publix uniform.
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's right.
That's all it is.
With the paper bags.
With the paper bags. Yeah, that's right.
Paper or plastic, right?
Paper or plastic. I was just saying.
That should be the title of that episode.
Paper or plastic.
You have a wonderful day.
Oh my gosh. But it really is sad, man. Aside from her just showing her body that's not even hers, it's like dang, for real?
Well, I can't say. Nicki did the same thing too, bro.
But, okay.
It's sad watching her too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be singing about Cardi B. It's sad watching Nicki Minaj too.
But, okay, so I know we're kind of out of the club thing, but when it comes to parties and events, what music are you putting on?
I'm playing Afrobeat all day.
Of course, Afrobeat.
Afrobeat. With the Afrobeat.
But, yeah, but like, say a normal party is going to put on some Cardi. It's going to put on some Nicki. It's going to put on some
because for one, those are the tracks that's actually getting the girls to
enjoy themselves.
Like, yes, as we can sit here and be like, okay, we want our ladies to enjoy themselves very very prim and proper, where they're just gonna sit here and
that's all. That's subject to time, Stan. Think about in our 20s, early 20s, did we want our ladies to be respectful?
Well, I'm gonna say
and not drop it like it's hot when that Juvenile came on.
I ain't gonna lie, Juvenile for 2000. Yo, that's to this day. To this day. No, but I want you to say this. At that point, we were at a barrier, but we didn't cross the barrier. For what girls look like going to the clubs now, for one, I'm Jamaican. I mean, cover that all a while. If you see what island girls go to the club, it's like a see-through with just a thong and a bra. Like, I just want you to understand. It's see-through, right? And then when you look up, if a guy looks at them and try to grab them, it's like, why are you trying to touch me? I think your outfit is a little bit enticing towards my endeavors, right?
But that's wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, even if they are butt-ass naked, it's not us for us to touch.
No, Trevor, it's not us for touching. No, Trevor, I would say this. In our circle, we're not touching. That's not our thing. But I'm gonna say this. Look, don't look like a dog and try not to expect to get pet. If you know what I'm saying, people like pet animal.
Random dog, you going out here petting, dog?
Well, Dennis. I mean, sometimes. Well, I ain't gonna lie.
I gotta ask if your dog bite first.
I gotta ask if your dog bite first. But I'm just saying, you can't dress like a police officer. And then if someone treats you like a police officer, you get offended. You feel me? Now, in the respect, you should not call the police. You should not prank call the police officer. Wrong or right?
Prank call a police officer?
Prank call the police officer. That's what we're going to call it right now. Prank call the police officer.
Okay.
Because all right.
Don't touch.
Don't call them hoes.
Don't touch.
No. Basically, don't prank call the police officer, but people still do it anyway.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? It's the same thing like the girls to me dressing up out here. You feel what I'm saying? If you don't want to go through police activities, if you don't want to go through hoish activities, just don't dress like a hoe.
Well, I mean, what?
I'm not saying you get touched, Trevor. You feel what I'm saying?
That's the problem.
You have certain females that look at the whole. They like people looking at them. So it's the attention thing. The attention is an addiction for them.
Okay,
that doesn't necessarily say they want to get touched, but the attention itself is what they want.
And I wouldn't even say attention. I would say, okay, ladies like to go out
and get
dress up,
and feel good,
and look nice, feel good, right?
Yes, but it is to an extent now.
We can't just be like, yo, just because she dressed like that, she's dressed like a hoe.
Well, all right,
or she dressed like that for you.
No, all right, well,
exactly.
All right, question, and that is a very good way.
Because if my wife dressed like that in my bedroom, I'm not like,
no,
you look like a hoe, honey.
No. In your bed, but Davil, you say there's a limitation right there. You use the word bedroom. In your bedroom, very refined. It's just for your eyes, right?
But some of these people don't have a bedroom. They just got mattress on the floor. Throw some shots in there, Trey.
Preach.
I'm just saying. These people that are going out, they don't have bedrooms. Most of them don't have bedrooms.
On that note, I'm gonna leave it right there.
What am I gonna do?
Yo, Davil, on that note, you're right. And the majority of the people who does dress like that technically don't have bedrooms to go home to.
So here's my.
I'm done.
Oh God, y'all so.
I'm done.
Ratchet thought of the week right there.
Oh God. Anyway, so here's my thought on it. Are we gonna keep the same energy for the male rappers?
Yeah. Oh, Trevor.
Wait. What do the male rappers do? What do you mean?
Not because of what they're wearing.
Okay, I'm like, what?
I'm saying
Trevor, for what they're wearing too, dog.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it like what they're saying.
I'm saying for what they're wearing and for what they're saying.
Because so look at a lot of the new rap lyrics out right now. It's about gunplay, drug play.
Mm-hmm.
On that, their society is killing.
Yeah.
The future. It's a promotion of killing the future.
Yes.
Even if the ladies are promoting sex, which I don't know.
They're creating the future.
Well, you could say that.
I'm just saying. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
It was more
leave me alone.
It's more.
Yo, they ain't creating nothing, yo. They yo.
That's not definitely not.
I'm gonna say it. They're the same ones trying to do abortions right after they hit the festival up. You know what I'm saying? Same ones getting a Plan B pill. But they ain't creating nothing, yo.
Side note, ASAP's family reached out to Al Sharpton to help free him from jail.
Al Sharpton?
Why are you trying to Al Sharpton? There's no such thing as black lives matter, though, Dennis.
It's going to be like, you have no power here.
Yeah.
They're going to Gandalf him. You have no power here. Like, I don't know what.
This is another country. Come on.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, we have to keep the same energy.
It is the same energy, Trev.
Because we're always highlighting the drug dealers. We're always highlighting the shooters.
Facts.
Yeah.
And then when the ladies start rapping like that, we don't give them acknowledgement. But when they start rapping about sex, then we give them acknowledgement.
And
then that's always the bubble we keep them in. And then when they try to get out of it, we're always putting them back in their place.
Yep.
Calling them the B word, calling them the H word, calling them all that. So we're always keeping them there. Even when they're trying to be on the same level as us, we just keep it in music.
Yeah.
Rhapsody could basically outspit all of them.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah.
Yet and still, we're not giving her acknowledgement. The Academy Awards is giving her acknowledgement, but us as society is always keeping her like, you're just a female rapper. No, she's a rapper, and she could spit circles around a lot of people. True. But yeah, that's not entertaining us. That's making us say, oh yeah, she rap. Oh cool.
She's good.
Put on Nicki. Put on some Nicki.
Put on some Nicki.
Right? Put on some Cardi. Like, that's it. Like, to me, my opinion is, music is music. We got take it, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah. It's like a marriage, Trev.
That's true.
The Cardi B's, the Nicki's, the City Girls, whoever, because I can't name all of them, because there's a lot. There's a lot of carbon copies. That's a different topic.
And I think the thing that we do that other genres don't do is that we tie our music so close with our culture and our identity and who we are, that we get to this notion where it's like, we could go around telling people like, oh, that's not rap, or that's not this. You shouldn't be saying that. You should be like, it's their music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's their life.
The only people that even attempt to say that is their management.
Yeah.
Other than that, nobody really has to say what they want to do.
Even to get mad, you still have to blame us, the consumer, because if we don't buy their product won't sell.
It's not. It's the music business, but they're artists. And Trevor could back me up on it.
Yeah.
Artists don't get paid.
Yeah.
Art is art.
Not through buying records or anything. It's through touring.
You do it because you have a love, you have a passion. That's what you want to vocalize out of yourself. You know what I mean? It's an art.
Yeah.
So if you look at the business aspect, yeah, they're not going to get support, they're not going to get money, accolades and stuff, but if they were doing it when they were dead broke and that's what they like to do, they're going to keep doing it. We can't stop them.
Yeah. And then like Beyonce, Beyonce records be slapping sometimes, but we always keep her only just for the females. Mm-hmm. We just keep her just only, hey, females, this is y'all champ, this is y'all queen.
Yeah.
Right? But some of her tracks could outplay the men. Yes. All her tracks, actually.
True. Actually, Rihanna, I felt like has outplayed a lot of males because
she has too. It is just, but when we always keep them only in one category.
Yeah, because even if you listen to her track Wild Thoughts, like any track she's been on with any male, any track I've seen Rihanna been on with any male artist, she's overpowered him. Even in Run Them Town. Tracks. You know, I mean, it was Jay-Z and Kanye that was basically rapping the whole track. She just did the chorus, and everybody bumped to, hey. You know what I mean? It was Run This Town. When you think about her track with Eminem's, you know what I mean? It was basically the same thing. Like, she's not yet been on a track with a male artist where I've heard. Even when she was with Drake, she dominated Drake on his track. You know, so, I mean, there are female artists out there that's doing it, but I want to like to say in the world, our lust for sex is what's dominating what the ladies has to offer. I guarantee if we started empowering more female artists with more lyrical content instead of sexual appeal, and then again, we still look at the artists, even if they still give us good music, if we know their background and where they're coming from, it's just we just automatically feel like that's where their music caters to. You feel me? Like, before I'm not to bring Eve up. Like, no one knew Eve was a stripper till Eve was completely successful, and it was like, oh, this is where I came from. Like, for real, you were a stripper? We didn't even know that about you, based on the music you came from. And she was like, my journey is strong. But a lot of these girls, they don't. That's where their journey is like, look, I'm making my music for the girls who I knew, my stripper girls, and that's really what it comes down to. Because this is what we turn up to. This is what we listen to. So this is what we're gonna, you feel what I'm saying, give to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's just on the rough side of it.
A billionaire boyfriend now too.
Eve is married, but your husband. But I want you to realize she ain't her. And I'm not gonna say this. It's crazy talking about Eve, even the billionaire boyfriend. Eve did what a lot of black girls wanted to do. Granted, I guess some of us will be upset that she got with a white male. Right?
Why would you say a lot of black girls wanted to do that? That's a pretty big statement.
No, I'm gonna say that. We're not gonna say she's married to a billionaire, right? But she came from the bottom, and I'm not gonna say she made her own money. So granted, she's married to someone who's financially stable, but herself is financially stable. Because if I have to go to Eve's timeline before she got married, Eve had her Rough Riders deal. Eve had her movies. She had her TV show, right? Then she had her talk show. Then she got married. Now, based on her financial category, what her titles was during that period, Eve made bread. You feel what I'm saying? But she would, with Eve journey right there, she didn't have to be like, yo, I'm hood to do it. And she stayed was like, yo, I'm repping Philly. But she never came out and promoted the demeanor of like, yo, I'm rapping for strippers. Some of her
she never really was like a gangster rapper.
No, she was that tough female.
Yeah, she was tough. Much. You feel me? And her tracks.
I was in love with Eve.
But all right, and not to get on it, Eve's music that impacted the world were music of substance.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So I want to make sure, and I want to shout out to Eve on that. You know what I mean? To show that some young girls like, yo, you can come from the bottom and don't have to stay hood. You can. The whole objective is to get out the hood. You feel me? It's not to like, here I stay in the hood. If you really from the hood, you're supposed to uplift your hood. Go back and rebuild your hood.
Oh, hold on. Side note: one of the people from the government actually issued a statement to that Area 51 thing.
Oh,
they said Area 51 is an open training range for the U.S. Air Force, and we would discourage anyone from trying to come into an area where we train you American armed forces. McAndrew said the U.S. Air Force always stands ready to protect America and its assets.
over its people. It's a good conversation.
Yeah, so that base is one of their assets. Just
over their people.
Just letting you know.
Good conversation.
Hey, that's a warning, giving in the nicest way possible. If they don't want you to see something and you roll up, you're gonna get shot. That's what that means.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's a heavy conversation. It shows what's weighted in your life, and that's anybody who is military gain. Like here, the weapons we have here is more important in your life. Mm-hmm. That's just the main conversation. That part.
Well, before we finish with the whole music part, what I was going to say, my opinion of it is, there's a time and place for every type of music.
Yes.
Like, I personally won't knock what those ladies are doing, even some of the drug dealing music, because sometimes just riding out to some crime on nut could be butt. It just at a certain time in the evening, it gives me that kind of energy.
Sure, whenever you're out to the certain hoods, you just got to play them drug dealing music. Just like, look. I ain't party activities, but I understand your life, sir.
Yeah, and you just little
I support it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, little Rose.
Because I mean, and especially a lot of the music reflects the culture.
Yes, it does.
And on the ladies' side, the music reflected the culture. Mm-hmm. It's not just promoting sex. What is in the culture?
Yeah.
Sex. So it's that's the positive and negative of hip hop. It reflects its culture.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't like what they see in the mirror.
All right, let me issue. This has been my conversation with Jeremy Dupree, right?
Yeah.
As a top producer who's been in the game for more than 25 years, going down to 30 years. 30 plus.
Yeah, because he was working with Michael too.
He was working with Michael, but my thing is, based on if you feel like this is where the female music genre is heading, with your star capability, help produce a female artist who can change that lane. Help promote one of the female artists who's in that category, right? Who needs that extra platform to be on. Help put them with a proper producer, that proper team, so they can put substance back to what you feel like rap game is missing. That's just my conversation.
Yeah, and I think he does have that TV show where he's like bringing up like young rappers.
Yeah.
So I mean that could be, I think it's called music,
he does
the rap game. That's what it's called.
Yeah, he kind of does that in that show. I don't like watching it because I cringe so hard watching that show.
Yeah,
but I mean, it was like at least the youth have something to aspire to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Open up their mind. Now, Danville, before we start jumping off all type of bridges, what's going on with this whole Dapper Dan thing?
So I finally listened to the Dapper Dan interview on the Breakfast Club this past week. It was actually pretty enlightening, man. Like
enlightened.
I grew up in New York a little bit, so I've always heard Dapper Dan, but I think he was kind of a generation before me. Mm-hmm. So I never really saw his work, his stuff, things that he did. I just always heard the name. But apparently Dapper Dan, he's like this guy. I thought he was younger. He's actually like in his 60s now.
Ooh, he's a kitchen, bro.
Yeah, it's probably actually 70s now.
Yeah.
He's in the 70s now.
Yeah.
So he came up in like the 1960s in New York, in Harlem.
Yeah.
And basically, what he did in the 80s was that he would take the clothes from Gucci, Louis Vuitton, things like that, and he would create his own outfits. Like, so you'll have like the sweatsuit, but it'll be a Gucci sweatsuit. Gucci didn't make sweatsuits at all. Like at the time, Gucci only made women's clothing.
Okay.
So for Gucci to even have men's clothing was like, what? But he actually created it, had his own factories, had people actually tailoring clothes, and he would sell to drug dealers because they were only people that could afford it, and only people that like actually wanted the clothes. Because middle class black people kind of look down on it, like, oh, it's kind of hood stuff, like counterfeit, like we ain't rocking with that. And the drug dealer was like, yo, that's fly, it's flashy, I want to wear it.
Yeah.
So that's how he came up. And then eventually, like, Gucci and Louis Vuitton, they had like lawsuits against him and stuff like that, and basically put him out of business. So he's been underground doing his thing for that period of time. Now, in recent times, how street. I'm a big studier of fashion, y'all. Like, I've been just as a hobby since I was probably 12, 13, just studying fashion, studying shirts, studying streetwear, all that stuff.
Fashionista guys.
That's my thing. So, there's been a big rise in streetwear to where they kind of get into this luxury brand, like Off-White with Virgil Abloh. Supreme's another big streetwear thing.
Yeah.
It's real big in Japan, where they just have they're basically just t-shirts that you just print labels on, and it looks cool and it goes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So Virgil, he's a big person that was able to, start with the Off-White brand, print out his stuff on t-shirt, and now he's like a director at Louis Vuitton. All those houses, big time stuff. So he's working actually at the house and creating collections for Louis Vuitton now. And they kind of have Dapper Dan, because within that whole time period, like people always mention, like, hey, what have y'all done for Dapper Dan? Because he's been doing this stuff, and now y'all think it's cool, and y'all gonna bring all these people in. But what about Dapper Dan? What about Dapper Dan? So finally, Gucci said, Dapper Dan, we want to get a deal with you where you come in, you work, you put these collections together, and it's yours. Like, the creative control is all you.
Right, because he was saying, like, everyone was paying him homage, but no one was paying him.
Yeah, exactly. He wasn't getting paid for nothing.
Yeah.
So he decided to do that, and now, with the whole big Gucci thing with the sweatshirt coming out, he's kind of still has said, like, yo, I'm still Gucci, y'all. Like, it's okay. And he didn't explain it like that. He kind of explained it like this. So he said, you got two options. You can either leave and do your own thing and build your own brand, right? Or you could stay in, understand how the machine runs, and build your own machine. Important thing. Charlamagne kind of gave him a lot of pushback on that, because he's like, oh, well, why don't you just do your own? Yeah,
because he was trying to say promoting like the black clothing labels.
And it all came together for me, because y'all know, I talked about this before, as far as what the black buying power really is in America. It's nothing. At the end of the day, it really is. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the reports, like, black people don't got money in America. So, and Dapper Dan confirmed that when he said, like, yo, I have been underground doing my own thing for 20 years.
Yeah.
It ain't popping.
Yeah.
Black people don't got money like that to where they're buying your stuff and supporting you. Like, it's beyond the support. They gonna love you, but they can't buy it.
Right.
So I gotta reach out to Asian markets. And trust me, Asian people got money. They spend more money on Louis Vuitton than white people do.
I believe you.
Easily. So you got to reach out to those other markets. You can't just focus on black Americans to say, hey, buy my stuff and keep things going. It just doesn't make sense.
But also look at black American, just black people, period.
Yeah.
Right? We always caution to support ourselves. Look at how many Caribbean restaurants happen in one area. Look how many. Yeah. There was Food one time. Fat Farm.
Fubu's trying to make a comeback.
Yeah.
And he mentioned those people. Like,
he suddenly mentioned those.
But here's the thing. It's beyond not being able to support. It's the fact that they don't have the resources to go. They don't. Like, you don't have the structure. You don't have the know-how. You don't have the resources to keep that stuff afloat. Like, you don't. Like, think about the corporations that we know, that we work with.
Yeah.
You think you just build your own, put in place, fill in the blank here? You really think you could do that?
You need that resources.
A multi-billion-dollar company?
Yeah.
I don't care how much people you got. I don't care how much driver passion you got. It's not happening without real resources, real connections. It's not happening. And that's what Dapper Dan was trying to break through in that interview. Like, no, we have to learn how this because we didn't build this structure. This is a European model that we're living in. So we got to learn how that model really works, and then we can apply that. But just going and saying, hey, we could do that too. Like, yeah, that sounds great, but we can't.
Right.
Because you don't know what that is behind. You don't know what that really is.
I mean, and the crazy thing about it is, when it comes to branding, I know a lot of stuff that we all talk about is tailored to one person or one category, right?
Yeah.
But we live on a planet where we're supposed to be multicultural. So you need to be able to touch all audience. If that's not one of the most important thing, is that what can I create that can unite people but not divide?
And that's what Dapper Dan was getting to. He was looking at, what's a symbol or what's a brand that can say, let's unite Africans in America and in Africa, because we are connected. But what can we really do to bind that together and say like, yo, we stand under this? Because everything we stand under is something that we didn't create. You know what I'm saying? We stand under the American flag. Black Americans worked towards developing this country, but we weren't part of they weren't part of the creating the American society, the American flag.
Right.
That's just something that was handed to you. Like, this is you.
It was forced to us.
You know what I'm saying?
Handed. Yeah.
It was forced to us.
So he got real deep into it. And that man's just like, I didn't realize how old he was. That's the main thing that got me. And he's just full of so much knowledge, man. So much wisdom.
Yeah, we definitely will pick up.
Y'all gotta watch that.
Take a look into Dapper Dan, and that brings me to my positive thought.
Yeah.
For the week.
Hold on. You about to wrap it up already?
Go on, Dennis, go on. Yeah, I didn't know you had something lingering, dog.
We didn't even talk about Stranger Things.
Oh,
I still haven't watched
I
it.
didn't finish it.
yes, I'm not.
So what I'm doing is I'm because here's my thing. Like I love the first season.
Yeah.
I watched the second season and then it was like, so I'm going back and I'm rewatching it just to make sure I didn't miss anything in the second
The
season.
second season was good though.
I didn't like it. I don't know.
Like the
Just
thing,
felt,
the only thing that made it was that they refocused on Will. That's
the thing with Will.
Poor
When
kid.
spoiler alert,
Yeah.
that
when
poor
Will
kid.
came back, I kind of was disappointed. Like
Yeah, I'm just saying.
okay.
Poor kid.
I was like,
I haven't seen season 2.
I was like, why did Will come back? Like it just felt like I should have.
He had to come back. He's a kid. I mean, like the whole objective for them was.
But it was the build up, okay? Like if you're gonna build it up, make it worth it. I was like, he came back, he was all weird, like okay.
Because the way that they had to do it, they had to show that he was still attached to the mind flare. Because it technically probed him, so like it became a part of him whether he liked it or not.
Yeah.
So even when they got him out of there and they got whatever it was out of him, he's still attached to it.
Yeah.
Like just like Elle's attached to it too, and she had no part in it. She just messed him up every time he pulled up. So
Yeah.
But yeah, season 3, dog.
I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah.
Dog, if I never wanted a shirt battered in my life, I want a Scoops Ahoy shirt right now. Like
Scoops Ahoy.
Scoops Ahoy shirt.
But like right before you wrap it up, the new Mulan trailer came out.
Yes, like it.
What's Disney doing, man? They doing something.
Disney's like it.
Interesting.
The whole Black Mermaid thing. The Little Mermaid. I
I'm
keep on
waiting
saying
for
Black Mermaid.
Pocahontas. I want to see how y'all spin that one.
Oh God, I don't want to see that.
I actually like the Mulan trailer.
I liked it. I felt
love
like it was Crunching Tiger Hit a Dragon.
Yes,
Yo,
felt
you
authentic.
know a lot of the people from in there, or from a lot of the old school Asian movies we used to watch. Even homegirl that's playing Mulan, she was in a lot of movies herself.
Yeah.
Like people don't recognize. Like I recognize a lot of them. The one that was playing her pops, he was in Rush Hour
we've seen him in
1.
a lot of things.
He was Su Yun's dad,
Yeah,
or
we've
Su
seen him.
Young's dad in Rush Hour 1.
But yeah,
That was him.
There was that. Then reviews for the Lion King came out. It was amazing. But people are still hating.
People are killing Beyonce's voice. They said that Beyonce kind of butchered her.
But
What?
but- wait, guys, look.
How do you kill Beyonce's voice?
You have to attack the martyr.
Yes, I'm just
how
look,
you
look,
bring
look,
it
out.
look, now,
Sway.
look. I haven't watched it. Yes, I haven't, and I personally haven't been able
That's
to
why.
critique it. That's the
Same
reason why I
thing.
didn't
Y'all
touch
listen
anything.
to the soundtrack songs?
No, I have not listened to
I
the
haven't
soundtrack.
listened to that yet.
Yeah,
I didn't know it.
There's
No.
a difference between singing and voiceover, though.
Now, look,
She could be an excellent
I don't
singer,
want to
but
be
her
have to get me.
voice-
I haven't watched it yet.
voiceover could be
I'm gonna
trash.
say it real quick. We know why Beyonce was casted for Lion King because of that soundtrack.
Yeah,
Good point.
good point.
For the
So
singing
I
part.
think she did her job.
No, but now look. The reason why I don't want to critique it yet, and I didn't bring it
Yeah.
up. I have not listened to the soundtrack, and I like watching the movies before I jump on the soundtrack. That's just my thing.
I agree.
You feel me? So that's the reason
Is it
why.
next week.
I think so. Yeah, I think it is.
Well, regardless of when they come in
We'll
the
have
movie,
a
right now.
review for it.
Yeah,
But-
Lion King movie.
Is it this week?
No.
No.
Well,
when it come out,
technically we're at the end of the week, so
say it should be next week. But when it comes out, you'll be able to chop it
Yep,
up.
it's next week, July 18th.
Yep. All right. So, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up for the positive thought of the week. Subtract and divide was actually there to break numbers down to its smallest unit. Right? In this world, we need to stop subtracting and divide and start adding and multiply. Let's see if we can create more value. Creating value in yourself will create more value in people. And then utilize that topic and multiply it so it can be shared. So we all can, personally, in my thought, get to this greater good. I want to make sure that's leave it on the stain. One Pod Podcast. We out. Peace.